Okay, it's recording. Oh, it's nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks. Nice to see you too. Love your shoes.
Thanks, Lynn. So, gonna go ahead and get started. How's your mood been?
It's been pretty good. I haven't been like sad or depressed lately, but I have been a little like kind of anxious and on edge a little bit.
Okay, well, as we get into the session, we're gonna come back to your anxiousness.
Okay.
Is there anything urgent?
No, not urgent.
Okay. Just let me get situated here. Just grab a pen. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set our agenda, okay? And in our treatment plan, some time ago, because this is our 7th session, we put that in our 7th session that we would go ahead and we would review everything just to check in and make sure we're on schedule as meeting our goals. And if we need to either slow things down or fast forward some things, that we would be on the same page. So, do you feel comfortable with CBT? Do you feel do you feel that you know much about CBT?
Yeah, I think you did a really good job of providing me with some information about what CBT is and how it can help me with my anxiety and my depression. I know that you said that you have an automatic thought, which influences your emotions, which then influences your behaviors or how you act. So I know that the way that I'm thinking, that causes me to be anxious or depressed or sad, and that causes me to be isolated or avoid people or situations. And the purpose of CBT is kind of to restructure my thoughts so I can live freely from myself.
I feel like a proud parent right there, Lynn. I'm so proud of you. You did a very good job expressing exactly what CBT is, and everything that you said was correct. I'm so proud.
Thank you.
Now, as far as addressing your depression, I feel that we have addressed that for the most part in the beginning of our sessions by using that daily mood scale that you are using at night before you go to bed. And is that still helpful for you?
Mm-hmm. It's helpful for me to reflect over the day.
Okay. And how has the past week been on that daily mood scale?
It's been good. I haven't been, like I said, as sad or depressed. I've just been more anxious than anything.
Okay. Okay. And we definitely are going to talk about that anxiousness as we get into further setting our agenda. So, as we are reviewing what we've been going over in these past sessions, has your negative belief and stigma towards having HIV, has that decreased at all?
Yeah, it has. Okay. It has decreased.
Okay, that's good.
It took a lot for me to say that. That's why I was so hesitant. I can't believe that it has decreased.
I'm so proud because I know for you it has been many years that you've been dealing with that negative belief. I'm happy that we were able to decrease that belief. Okay. And also, as we are reflecting back over our sessions, you have met the goal of beginning to mend family relationships. Mm-hmm. You have since, you said you have made contact over the phone?
Mm-hmm. I called my mom and dad last week, and talked to them on the phone.
How are they?
They're doing well. My mom's birthday is actually coming up, so
okay,
kind of perfect timing. I was really nervous about calling her because I haven't talked to her in a really long time, and I moved away. And it was a good conversation.
Okay. So, as we begin to set our agenda, are there some things that you just want to talk about? Some pressing things?
Yeah. Since I've called my mom and her birthday is coming up, like she sounded really kind of eager to see me.
Okay.
And that makes me anxious. I want to see my mom. Of course, I haven't seen her in a long time, but it's overwhelming for her to be so excited and eager to see me after so long. I feel like, why would you want to see your daughter who, I mean, of course she doesn't know that I have HIV, but I know. And I just don't feel like I haven't seen you in, let's say, 30 years, and you're so excited to see me. It doesn't.
Okay. So we're going to put maybe the possibility of visiting your mom for her birthday. Okay. Anything else
To talk about?
Yeah.
Well, since I've set up my Facebook account, I know that was one of our homework assignments.
Okay.
I did that, and I got a message from someone that I don't know him, but he seems interested in me, and that, you know me, I don't date or talk to people, so that was really overwhelming.
Okay, so that's bringing you some anxiety.
A lot. Of anxiety.
And I'm just gonna put Facebook potential friend. Okay. Okay, so for the remainder of the session, I'm going to get an update on you, an update with you, excuse me. Then we're going to review the homework that we had in the past, which already seems to have gone well. And then we're going to, as we kind of somewhat already did, but we're going to prioritize the problems that we have at hand. And then we're going to start with one, the first one, the one being more pressing. And then we're going to set some new homework for you, based off of the information that you shared today. And then if we have time, we'll go on to talk about a second issue. And then finally, we'll do a final summary, and I will review the homework with you just to make sure you understand everything that's asked of you. And, if you have any questions, as always, you'll ask. And then I'll get some feedback, and we can see what we're going to work towards for our next session. Okay. So you kind of started giving me an update, and I didn't want to stop you because I could see that those issues that you were speaking of were making you extremely anxious. Even sitting here, your leg was tapping and your hand was shaking. So I know that was making you pretty uncomfortable. That's why I wanted to go ahead and let you talk about those things. So is there anything else besides your mom's birthday coming up, or the Facebook friend? Is there anything else going on? Maybe that's been going on since the last time I saw you.
Not really. Those are just the only major things that are really.
Okay, because I didn't know. Because in our last session, you said maybe you were going to start thinking about getting a new job. Getting a job.
Oh yeah. Well, I went down to the little HIV clinic and just got some information about maybe volunteering.
Okay.
I don't think I'm ready to have a full-time job. So maybe I was just remembering what you were saying. Just maybe 1 or 2 days a week going to volunteer with other people who, have the same problem as me.
And when you say problem,
HIV.
Because when we were talking about decreasing your negative belief, we said that we weren't going to use that word anymore. Is there a reason why that word's coming up?
I guess I'm just, as I'm talking about it, I don't know, it's last time, we said we're going to decrease it. Over the week it has, but now talking about it kind of seems like a problem again.
Okay.
It's the reason why I don't want to go to work or work full time.
So is that something that you would like to put on our agenda?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to put that. That belief is still there. So as we okay, and okay, is there anything else? Because you were talking about the volunteering, so you just thought about it. You haven't actually started yet.
No, I just got some information.
Okay, and is that the clinic that you go to, or is that a different one?
It's the same one.
Okay, that sounds like a plan because you've been there, you know the people there. Okay, I think that's a good idea. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is review our homework. The last session you were to sign up for Facebook, and what was the purpose of that?
To reconnect with my old friends and to make new friends.
Okay. And aside from the Facebook potential friend that we have set on our agenda, who may turn out to be a love interest, besides him, are there other people that you've reconnected with on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. About how many friends do you have on Facebook?
I'm not really popular yet, but I have like maybe 10.
Okay. Okay. 10 friends, and have you spoken to any one of them? Wrote on their message walls?
Yeah. One of my like really close friends from high school, I wrote on her wall, and I see she has a family. She's married. She's doing really well, and she seemed excited that that she found me or whatever. So that was a good feeling, I guess.
It was a good feeling to know that she was excited about hearing from you. So when she was excited of hearing from you, did you think that you had HIV? Was that a thought in your head?
Well, I was surprised because I just felt like, why is she so excited to hear from me? Like, who am I? I don't really feel like worthy of excitement. I did like it that she was excited, even though I haven't talked to her in years.
Well, you did say you guys were close friends.
Yeah.
And you were excited to talk to her.
Yeah.
So why shouldn't she be excited to talk to you?
You're right.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to hear that that's working out. And anything else on Facebook? Have you liked any pages? There are plenty of pages for HIV support. You can connect with people who also have HIV. Have you started to look at that?
No, I didn't even think of using Facebook in that way.
Okay.
I'm still kind of, learning, in my old age. Technology is not really my best friend.
Now, Lynn, we've talked about this. You are only 49. Okay, you are not old at all.
Okay.
99 is old. That's when you can call yourself old.
Okay. But, yeah, I didn't really think of using Facebook like that.
Okay. Yeah, you should try that. And, maybe if you, when you do start volunteering at the clinic, that can be one of your tasks is to start a Facebook page for the clinic. That might be something, once you get your feet wet in Facebook for yourself. Okay. So the homework seems to be going pretty good. I'm excited about that. Is this something that you're willing to continue?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, even though it is kind of nerve-wracking for me and anxious, I'm really concerned about how people see me or perceive, because I haven't seen these people in forever. So, but it is, like I said, when I talk to my good friend or my old friend, it did make me excited. So maybe somebody else will be excited to talk to me or hear from me.
Okay. So are you nervous about them seeing the way you look? Because you look pretty darn good to me.
Oh no, it's not that. But just they have families and have these great jobs and travel, and I don't do any of that. So I don't really have anything to show.
Okay. So would you like to travel?
Yeah, I guess I would.
Okay. Is there anything that's keeping you from traveling?
Well, I just don't. Who am I going to go with? It's not like I have friends, take a trip with my friends. I don't really have any friends.
Okay. Where would you like to go?
Somewhere peaceful, tropical.
Tropical. That sounds like a beach or an island somewhere.
Yeah, some place like that. Some place where I can just relax.
Okay. So that's something that we're going to keep on our radar. Have you ever considered going to an island or a beach, somewhere tropical, by yourself? Is that something that you've considered?
No, I hadn't ever thought about going by myself.
Okay. How does that make you feel when you think about going traveling by yourself?
Actually making me pretty nervous.
Really? Okay.
But and I'm just trying to think through it, think through my nervousness. I guess if I went by myself, I wouldn't have time to worry about other people.
Okay.
Just me. I would have time to kind of think through. I would have time to kind of relax and try to be free from my anxiety because there's nobody around really.
Okay.
Maybe that could be an opportunity to make new friends too, because I'd be by myself and I would maybe meet other people who are vacationing.
Okay.
I've watched movies about that.
These are all good things. I have to butt in there and say that these are all good things that you're saying about vacationing alone.
Well, yeah, you've really helped me kind of think through my automatic thoughts and my behaviors, and I just, even though I'm feeling anxious while I'm talking about it, I can see the connection there.
So you're getting anxious right now just talking about it. Do we need to stop and do one of our breathing techniques?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Would you like me to do it with you, or is this one that you can do by yourself?
I'd like you to do it.
No problem. Okay, so remember, we're going to inhale from our stomach all the way. Hold it there and release. Okay, we're going to catch our breath and we're going to inhale again. Hold it and release. Do we need to do another? Okay. We're going to inhale. Hold it. Hold it a little bit more. And release. Okay. How are you feeling, Lynn?
I feel better.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay. So, as we have addressed, are you still using those breathing techniques every day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everyday basis. Okay, that's great. So, traveling alone to a tropical place doesn't sound half bad for you. You'll be able to have time to think, have time to relax, have time to be free, and have time to even make new friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that doesn't sound bad at all.
That sounds quite nice to me. So, where would you? What island would you be wanting to travel to?
I always wanted to go to Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been there, but when I think of Jamaica, I think of clear blue beach,
Palm trees,
beige sand,
music, steel drum,
Bahama Mamas. Oh wait, maybe not. Maybe not a Bahama Mama.
Maybe that's for the
Bahamas. Yeah. I don't know what drink I think of when it comes to Jamaica. But it sounds like a very good time. So that's something that we need to further talk about. Maybe that will help to reduce some anxiety, some nervousness. Okay. So everything seems to be working out well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move in. We're going to prioritize our situations that we have here at hand. Now, you said the possibility of visiting your mom for her birthday, which is coming up, that you want to talk about. You also said about your new Facebook potential friend, who is a guy friend who seems interested in you. You want to talk about him. And then also you're still having Not often, but you're still having some negative beliefs that are associated with your HIV status. So we could just, is the traveling alone, is that something you want to put on your agenda or no?
Maybe after we talk about the other stuff.
Okay. So if you, which problem is more pressing that you want to talk about first?
My mom.
Okay, so you want to talk about your mom first. Anything second?
The Facebook.
Okay. We have, of course, if we have time, as you know, then we'll get on to the second and third issues. So, are you comfortable with putting that negative belief as the third item?
Mm-hmm.
I know. Okay. So just wanted to be sure. And in the past, we haven't had. In the past, we haven't had any issues of suicidality, and I just want to be sure that when we put that issue as number 3, with the likelihood that we won't be able to get to it, are you having any feelings of wanting to commit suicide? Any thoughts?
No.
Okay. I feel comfortable with your answer because I've been seeing you for a while now, and that has never come up. But I just want to double check since you said that these feelings have come back up. Okay, so tell me what's going on with your anxiety and visiting your mom for her birthday.
Well, I called her after our session last week, and she was really excited to hear from me, and asking me all kinds of questions like, "What have you been doing?" and "How are you?" and things like that. And even said that she missed me, which was like really. I don't really know how I felt about that, but like as we talked, I just really wanted to hear how they were doing. I didn't really want to talk about it myself so much because I'm not really doing anything. We're talking about, I feel. So, I just, want to see how her and my dad were doing, and, her birthday is coming up, and she was like, the family's gonna, like, have a good cookout kind of thing.
Okay.
And, was asking would I be able to come, and I told her I didn't know, but I told her that I would call her again this week. So, I think that's good, like, I make progress. I'm gonna talk to my mom twice in 2 weeks. That's a lot. But, yeah, so I'm just kind of nervous about, like, actually going, because she still doesn't know. Like, she has no idea. And, she's getting older, and I'm just feeling like I don't want my mom to die and not know.
Okay. So this is something that you definitely want your mom to know. Okay.
I mean, it's been like 30 years since I've contracted HIV, and like that's a big secret to keep from your mom, who you were close to.
Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel? I see you getting a little upset here.
Yeah,
How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel like a bad daughter.
A bad daughter. Okay, so what are your thoughts associated with being a bad daughter?
That if I tell my mom, well, I'm a bad daughter first because I didn't tell my mom that I had HIV, and I've had it for a very long time. I also feel like a bad daughter because I haven't seen my mom in a long time. And I feel like if I do tell my mom that I have HIV, she's not going to love me.
Okay. So the thoughts associated with that is she's not going to love you. Anything else?
Well, I feel like even like now I'm trying to kind of rebuild the relationship between us. I feel like if I tell her that she's not going to want to have a relationship with me.
Okay. Now, you said that your mom is the one that says she misses you.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom is the one that invited you to her birthday party, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you feel that she'll stop loving you if you tell her your HIV status?
Maybe she'll be like disappointed in me that I didn't, protect myself, or, I could have prevented it. Yeah.
Okay. Now, so, I know in some earlier sessions you said that your mom has lung cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And are you familiar with the ways that you can get lung cancer? Some of the ways you can get lung cancer?
Yeah, she was a smoker.
Okay, she was a smoker. So her behaviors kind of influenced her cancer diagnosis.
Yeah, I guess you
Okay.
could say
And do you still love your mother?
that. Yeah, I do.
There are times when you miss your mother,
Mm-hmm.
even in spite of her lung cancer diagnosis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, but how are some ways that you can get HIV?
Unprotected sex.
Okay. And is that the way you contract? Okay. And your mom still misses you?
Yeah, but she doesn't know that I have HIV.
Okay. So your mom doesn't know, but you guys are not quite in the same boat, but your boats are probably sailing next to each other. Do you see where I'm trying to go with this?
Mm-hmm. I do.
That your mom's smoking brought on her lung cancer,
Mm-hmm.
and your unprotected sex at some point influenced and was the reason how you were able to contract HIV. So, do you feel that your mom's smoking and lung cancer is less than your HIV?
No.
Okay. Do you feel that those diagnoses are incomparable?
Yeah, I guess so. Because you can die from both.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You can die from both, and they both are influenced by personal behaviors. Okay. So how does that make you feel looking at your mom's lung cancer diagnosis as something that, maybe could have been avoided if she hadn't smoked?
Well, I always used to, like, when I was younger, I'd tell her, like, she really stopped smoking. She knew better, just like I knew better.
Okay. So does that decrease some anxiety of your HIV diagnosis and telling her?
Well, I guess, well, yeah, maybe she'll be able to kind of empathize with me. But now I get more anxiety because now that I just said that, and now that I realize that my mom can understand where I'm coming from, why did I wait 30 years to tell my mom? Like, why did I hold this in so long, and now I have all these problems and all this anxiety over something that I could have easily told her, years and years ago, and we would have been able to still maintain our relationship and kind of got through it together,
Okay. Well, I would like to butt in there and just say that, when you first found out your diagnosis, you were a child. You were in your 20s or in your teens? Yeah. And, you didn't know what to do. So your first reaction was to run. And, that is a response that is expected from a child, is to run. And when you went off with your then boyfriend, you guys moved away and you hadn't had contact, you just had gotten so used to not having contact. So don't beat yourself up about it. It's something that you're working on now, something that you're actively working on, and I can see that you're putting forth all the effort. which I do appreciate in this whole process. I can see that you are working towards reducing your anxiety. Okay, so anything else about going to see mom? Is it, if it's a big birthday party, it's a cookout, so is the whole family going to be there? Okay. And if we were to have a cookout in my family, it would be maybe about 20 to 30 people there. Is that something your family? Okay, so that's a lot of people. And none of them know of your diagnosis. How does that make you feel knowing that you might go to your mom's birthday party and the whole family's going to be there?
Very, very anxious.
Okay.
That, I mean, not only have I not seen my mom for a long time, I haven't seen any of my family. So for them all to be there all at once, you know, probably going to be asking me a bunch of questions like, where you been? What are you doing? How's your life? You know.
Okay.
That makes me nervous.
So, Lynn, I'm going to ask those questions as if I was some of your family members. The same questions you just said that might actually come up.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Okay.
So, give me a cousin's name.
Jess.
Jess? Okay. So, I'm Jess. And how was your relationship with Jess?
That was like my favorite cousin.
Okay, your favorite cousin. That's exactly where I'm trying to go here.
Oh, man.
So I'm Jess. Oh my gosh, hey Lynn, how you been? Where have you been?
Oh my god, that's so much. Wait, can we start over?
Okay.
Okay, start over. I'm ready now.
Do we need to take some deep breaths?
No.
Okay. Hey Lynn, where you been? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you forever. What's going on?
Not much. Just, you know, I just really wanted to see the family, so I decided to come for mom's birthday.
Where have you been all these years? I've been calling you.
Yeah, you know, I've been in Virginia. You know, just needed some time to myself.
If I was okay, we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
You were being really, really distant with your cousin. Why?
I haven't seen her in a long time, and she's bombarding me with.
She's bombarding you.
Mm-hmm.
She's your favorite cousin, you said.
Mm-hmm.
You guys haven't seen each other in about 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
She's excited to see you, just like your friend on Facebook.
Yeah.
Just like your mom. Everyone is excited to see you.
Yeah.
You seemed, by everything that you've been telling me, you seemed like you were really loved.
Mm-hmm. I was.
And everyone's going to be excited to see you. Everyone's going to want to know what's been going on with Lynn. Where's she been all these years? Everyone's going to want an update.
Because I
check
should be
in.
excited too.
Yeah. Are you not excited to see Jess after all these years?
I am just thinking about, you know, like, if this becomes real, like, if I really do take the step to go and see my family, I am excited, but I'm also very.
Okay. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do one of our cost benefit analysis that we've done in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So you're used to these. Let me just get a piece of paper here. And we're going to see all that's going on. So the situation, of course, that we're dealing with is going home with your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Going home to see your mom, excuse me. Okay. Okay, so just thinking about it brings you in anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What are your initial thoughts with going home?
Everyone's going to bombard me with questions.
Okay. And what else? Just keep going. Just list them.
People are going to be upset that I've stayed away so long.
Okay.
maybe some people will be excited to see me, but some people will not want to see me.
Okay, some people will be excited, some won't.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
None I can think of.
Okay. So when you think of going home, you think people are going to bombard you with questions. People are going to be upset because you've been away for so long. Some people are going to be excited, but some people aren't going to be excited to see you. Why won't they be excited to see you?
Because I've been gone so long, so like maybe they'll feel why is she back now? Why does she want to come back now? She's been gone 30 years.
Okay. Because you've been away for so long.
Maybe they'll think I want something. I've watched a lot of television shows about that. You know, like
they'll think you want something?
Yeah, like family members like leave and then they come back and maybe they want money or property or something. I don't want anything from anyone. I just want to, rebuild my relationships that I've severed.
Okay. I'm glad you said that because you want to rebuild those relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So when you say some people won't want to see you,
mm-hmm.
and the reason for that is because you've been away for so long, how does that make you feel? That you feel people won't want to see you?
I feel like I shouldn't go.
Feels like you shouldn't go.
Yeah.
Okay.
To kind of like avoid that altogether.
So it makes you want to avoid things. Okay. But how does it make you feel?
That people won't want to see me?
Yeah.
Kind of sad.
Okay. Anything else?
Unloved.
Okay. Anything else? So, we have here that some people won't want to see you because you've been away for so long, and that makes you feel sad and unloved. I want to run with this because we've been here for maybe about 30 minutes, I think. And you've said your mom misses you, your mom loves you, your mom wants to see you, your old friend from high school misses you, she's excited to hear from you. And you said your best cousin's Jess, her initial reaction would be that she would be super excited to see you. You haven't said any, and you have a Facebook potential guy friend who is, I would say, excited to talk to you and get to know you. You haven't said anything to me about anyone not wanting to see you, or anything negative about anyone's feelings towards you. So where's that coming from?
I guess it's coming from me.
Okay.
I won't say that I'm like necessarily making it up in my head, because I mean it comes from, like you said, that core belief that I'm unlovable, I'm worthless because of my HIV. So I guess, just all the things you said before, like about people being excited to see me and things. That's true, and I guess a part of me, going through with this and going to my mother's house is, restructuring my thought that I'm unlovable, that I'm, worthless, because that's not true. Based on everything you just said, that people do of me and want to see me and are excited about hearing from me.
Okay. So it sounds like going to mom's birthday, as anxious as it makes you, it sounds like this is going to be something very beneficial to you in this process here. So on a scale from 1 to 100, and 100 being you're unable to function and it's just something that can't happen, whereas 1 is it's something that you can fly through. How anxious are you about going home to see your mom and the rest of your family for her birthday?
Oh, maybe like 70.
Okay, so we're at 70%. Okay, and You said mainly the thing that is making you most anxious is your family members asking you questions. And just want to recap, what were some of the questions that you said that you were concerned about? Is where have you been? What's been going on with you? Why haven't we seen you? Are there any other questions that your concerned family's going to ask?
Whatever happened to John?
Okay. So your family doesn't know that he's passed away?
Not that I know. I haven't told them. So.
Okay. And are you hesitant to say that he's passed away?
Yeah, and why he's passed away.
Okay. Have any other people asked you about your deceased husband and when he passed away, when you guys relocated here to Virginia and he passed away? Did anyone ask? Did anyone attend his funeral or memorial service?
No. Well, his family.
Okay.
Nobody from my family. I didn't tell anyone.
Okay. Because his family's from here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So did his family know of his diagnosis?
I don't think they did.
Okay. So his family, so you two were the only ones at the time who knew of each other's diagnoses.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like you guys, held a bit secret for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, did he die of an illness? Did he die of a chronic illness?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that is the truth. He did die of a chronic illness. HIV is definitely considered a chronic illness. Do you feel that by you saying he died of a chronic illness and not disclosing that it was actually HIV, do you feel that's somewhat, not telling the full truth? Did you have an issue with that?
No, I don't think that's not telling the full truth. I just feel like that won't end the questions.
Okay.
I feel like somebody will, oh, what? Come on. People are nosy. People want to know.
So mainly this is stemming from John's absence, him not being here anymore, and you having to explain to your family that he's passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how does that make you feel exactly?
I don't really know. I just I want to do this. I want to go and see my family. I want to see my mom. I want to see everyone. But I think it's gonna be even harder because he's not here. And aside from even having to explain why he's not here, it's just the fact that he's not.
So it seems like a lot is coming up with John. And I know we spoke about him briefly in our initial sessions, but we since moved on from him. We were focusing on you. And do you think that's something that we should start talking about again, maybe in our next session? Maybe we should start talking back to John. Talking about John.
Yeah, especially
Okay.
dealing with going to see him
Okay. And when exactly is her birthday?
next Tuesday.
Okay. So, if you like, I know we usually don't do this, but if you'd like, we can schedule a session for the end of the week so that I can see you before you go to your mom's.
Yeah, I would like that.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Maybe Friday, right before the last work day. I can see you. Okay. So have you put any thought into if you're going to spend the night at your mom's house, if you're just going to make a day trip? Have you put any thought into that?
I hadn't really. I would just assume that they would want me to spend the night.
Okay. And are you comfortable with that?
Not necessarily. I don't know what else I would do.
Okay. Is this the house that you grew up in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you still have your own bedroom?
I'm assuming so. Unless they turned it into a study or something.
Okay. Yeah. Well, even if it did turn into a study, it would still be the room that you grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
Does that reduce any anxiety for you, knowing that your mom's still in that same house?
Yeah,
that's the house you grew up
it does. Cause it's familiar. I love living there. So
okay. So we don't. It seems like we don't have an issue with spending the night at home with just your mom and dad. It seems more the issue is with the actual party and the whole family being over.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is what I'm going to like for you to do as far as homework. And we're not actually going to have time to move on to the second issue. And, if it's still as pressing, which if the second issue was the Facebook frame, and if that's something that's still pressing that you'd like to talk about, we can make sure we put that on the agenda for our session on Friday.
Okay.
But first, some homework here. I'm going to ask you to answer the questions that you said, and let me grab something for you to. I can write this down for you. I want you to answer those questions. Where have you been? What have you been doing? And the third question was, what was the third question? Where have you been? What have you been doing? Why haven't we seen you?
Mm-hmm. And why have you been away for so long?
Okay, why? Why have you been away for so long? And then the fourth question is, where's John? Mm-hmm. Oh, we might have to add another question there. Where's John? He passed away.
How did he die?
How did John pass away? So we don't need to write down 4, which is where's John, because we know he's not here anymore. But our fourth question would be, how did he pass away? Okay. Is that something that you think you can handle? Just answering those questions. You could just take a pad and answer those questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we're going to move into our final summary. And in the beginning of our session, we were able to review everything that we've been going on these past 6 sessions. You gave me excellent, well-said definition of CBT and your understandings of it, which made Mama proud. Mm-hmm. I must say, I am proud with you, Lynn, and everything that's been going on. You brought up some issues of Facebook and this new guy who seems interested in you, and you also brought up your negative belief of your HIV status that has somewhat resurfaced, but you said that it wasn't a pressing issue for you. It was something that was able to wait. And for the most part, we spent most of our time talking about you going home for your mom's birthday. And I must say, I'm very pleased because that was one of our treatment goals as far as mending relationships with your family. And I know it's kind of hard because if you do decide to go away to the party, you will be mending relationships with almost your entire family at one time. Mm-hmm. And initially we thought that it would be a more gradual process. But I definitely want to commend you on tackling this, because it's something that you even said that you want to do. So I'm very proud of you, Lynn. And did I miss anything? Because I know we talked about a lot, mm-hmm. but I know most of it was about the birthday party. Mm-hmm. Okay. So as far as reviewing our homework that we have here, Are there any questions about what you have to do? I know it's fairly simple, but do you have any questions?
Well, do you want me to just answer them like one way, like one answer, or do you like if I feel like I could answer it in more than one way? Would you like me to include?
Sure. Or maybe even if, say, your aunt asks you a question, and then one of your cousins who you grew up with asks you the same question. Would you answer it the same way, or how would you alter that if that comes up?
Okay.
If you think that applies. Now, for some of the questions, if you think the answer would be the same for each family member, then you don't have to go through and try to rack your brain to think of a different answer. But whatever you feel comfortable, and I want you to be as true to this assignment as possible, because I believe that this assignment will help you as far as reducing anxiety, next Tuesday when you are when you go home for the birthday party. Okay. And anything else that you, any feedback that you have for me?
Yeah, I just want to say that, I came to this session with, a lot of anxiety about everything, and especially going home to see my mom, but after talking with you and, you really, breaking down how my automatic thoughts are wrong, it really, really helped me reduce my anxiety and look at it in a different way and just think about things in a different way. And people do want to see me. People, my diagnosis is not indicative of how people feel about me. So that really, makes me really excited, to go and see my family.
I'm so happy, Lynn. I'm so happy. I will say, in these past weeks, you have blossomed in front of my eyes, and this 7th session we said would be our session that we would reflect back on things, and I think it's very appropriate because I am able to just see all the work that we've done together, and it just makes me happy, and I'm happy that you're satisfied thus far. And you can go ahead out there and schedule with Kathy.
Okay.
And tell her that this is an emergency session, and it shouldn't be a problem with scheduling.
All right. Thanks so much.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.